What's up, everybody? So this is my review of episode 4. I know I'm a little bit late to this one because episodes 5 and 6 have already been out. But yeah, I got busy with some other things. But yeah, so my overall thoughts on episode 4. Eh? I mean, I don't know. I think I might just stop doing the review of the episodes after this one because it's starting to give me this feeling of I remember when I was watching Lost, and between episodes like not episodes but seasons like 4 and 7, it was like they would just give you enough to watch the next episode, but there was never any real like hook or anything that was incredibly profound or like mind bending or anything like that. There weren't any like real story arcs that you really were invested in continuing to follow. You just kind of was being strung along. And that's kind of how I feel so far about every single episode with this Daredevil Born Again season. And really the only good part was the Punisher, because John Bernthal is just awesome in anything that he does. And seeing him again with that same intensity, with that same complexity that is behind his eyes when he plays the Punisher, is always fun. I mean, I really enjoyed the Punisher season back in the day when it came out. Was kind of bummed when they didn't continue with it, but I am looking forward to whatever the special presentation will be when it comes out for the Punisher. But aside from that, this episode is just it's whatever, It was like it felt the most disconnected of all the episodes so far, and I think a lot of that has to do with the courtroom aspect of this episode. I think was still left over from what was filmed before the writer's strike, and then after the writer's strike, they just completely revamped what the show was going to be about. But I guess they figured they could salvage some of what was used at the time. And it just kind of, I guess, really pushing the button on Matt Murdock finally relenting and, taking on the Daredevil mantle again. Because it feels like up until this point, he's just fighting and fighting and resisting and resisting. And really, as the audience member, you're just waiting for the moment when he just finally puts the costume on and does his thing on rooftops or in alleyways or wherever. Also, one little thing, I feel like Fiddle Faddle was said way too many times. It was distracting, and like the defendant that Matt Murdock is representing got arrested for stealing Fiddle Faddle popcorn, and enough already. It's like, I don't care. Like, I don't know. I guess maybe it was a running joke in the writer's room or something. They just kept repeating the name of the popcorn, and it just took me out of it. The whole White Tiger niece subplot, because in the comic books she eventually takes on the mantle of White Tiger, I think it feels like it's going nowhere. Only if you read the comics do you understand that that's probably the direction that they're going in, but it doesn't feel like anything if you don't know that. And the whole relationship between Kingpin and Vanessa, it doesn't do it for me. There are some like okay moments in the therapy sessions, where they say that they answer the question at the same time using the same word. So whether it's, so what kind of things were you talking about? Business. Oh, where is such and such? I don't know. And I guess they're trying to show how in sync they are still, even though they're having some issues in their relationship. But it doesn't do it for me. The whole thing of when Kingpin was recovering and then Vanessa had an affair with his artists, and that what drew her to him was his hands. And then some clues are later on dropped that most likely Kingpin probably going to break his hands or something, and then you've seen the Kingpin's knuckles are bloodied, so he's obviously been torturing him, which is what is revealed at the end of the episode, that he's just like in a cell, severely beaten and just hanging on to maybe some element of hope that he'll survive this, but probably not. I don't know if I'm going to continue this. Don't be surprised if I just let this go, because I think there are better things to watch, to be honest. Anyways, what about you guys? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Smash that like button, give me a follow, and I'll see you guys next time.